Hello, hello, my amazing creative friends. Oksana here again, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about my very recent, just a few weeks ago, experience redesigning actually my logo and actually rehauling my whole branding for my textile design studio. So, if you are interested in designing your own logo or creating a new look for yourself, I hope this video is helpful to you, and a big hi to my live stream viewers. And I'm hoping you guys will leave me some comments or feedback or questions you might have, and I will first address the topic and then I will answer your questions. Okay, guys, let's jump in, and thank you so much for being here today with me. All right, so I will tell a little bit of a backstory. I already had a logo and the branding, which I loved. It was a kind of a recent design. It was a recent design. I did it probably let me show you right here. I did it 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and there was okay, let me see. Okay, so there was a reason behind this particular design, and it's basically Oksancia is my name is Oksana, and the name of my brand is Oksancia. This is how my grandma used to call me. It is kind of like a pet name in Ukrainian, and I really enjoy using this as my brand name since it always reminds me of my grandma. And yeah, I already had it for 10 years. And basically this was my logo. First there was a little elephant with a heart in his ear, and I love this logo in a way because I designed it myself and it was dear to my heart. I love elephants, and always been a kind of a symbol to our family. But at the same time, this logo was a lot of a children's book illustration inspired, because a big part of my 10 years of my work was work for children's books or illustrations for children's books or designs for children's products. So in a way, I basically designed it in the mind for children's market. That's why I decided for this logo. But to be honest, I was not very this logo ended up to be not very successful because many people did not understand that it was Oksancia. They only understood that it was Santa, so that they could read this part, the last part of the word, and not the ok part of it. So even though I liked it, I decided to redo and to rebrand totally, and I dedicated this rebranding with the rehaul of my website too, which I will probably talk about in another video soon. But so I will show you guys the process, how it came to be. In short, first what I did is I created quick sketches, and what I wanted my this new logo to look is, I wanted it to be more mature, more for adult audience, not as much for children's products audience or children's market. And I also wanted it to reinforce my message, which is grow, love, and create. About that, I am building my a kind of new version of my business now on the message of working together and growing together and creating together, and also making income and earning a living doing what you love, and for as an artist or a textile designer or a designer. And this is what I am passionate about currently, and I decided to play on an idea of grow, love, create. So I wrote it down in pencil and I started figuring out, and then pretty quickly, actually, the concept came maybe within 30 minutes, and I designed this. I really like this idea of a circle which represents the O from Oksancia, the first letter O, and then there is a pencil and the branches growing out of it in the top part of the circle. And then I wanted my name down in full, not split as in the previous logo. And then I wanted textile design or a textile design studio down there, down under the tagline, under the name of the brand. So these are a few of the super quick sketches. You can see super rough sketches that I had in mind. And then I went straight to Adobe Illustrator and I started creating logos in there. So I created this version. I'll show you guys this version, which is well, you can see it's basically I did it maybe in pretty fast, maybe 20 minutes it took me to put it all together. And I decided to use a textile design studio, since right now I am starting to work with artists and with the designers, junior designers for my studio, and it has been like that almost 2 years now. So I decided to incorporate a studio message in my branding. Okay, and let me check super fast if everything works well over here. Let me see. Let me see, guys. Oh, I already see some comments. Okay, Jess says hi. Cannot hear you. Oh my goodness, you cannot hear me. Oh no. Let me see. Let me see. Um. Let me see. Let me see. Cannot hear me. Okay, are other people hear me? Can other people, let me check 1 second. This brand. Well, I can hear it over here. Okay, can anybody watching please let me know, except for Jess, if you can hear me or not. That would be great. But let's see if you cannot hear me, guys. I will restart again, but let's see how it goes. And thank you for letting me know, Jess. Everything looks fine in over here. I'm hoping it will work. Okay, let's go back to the to my story for now. So I designed this particular logo, and then I decided to show it to a few people. And one of them was my very good friend Nastya, who is a great user interface designer now working in London. And we both started in Microstocks, and Nastya was actually the one who introduced me. And she got a very good feedback from a few of her friends, and from basically we talked, and she got some feedback from other designers too. And then I talked also to another some other designer friends. And in the end I kind of decided to try another version, because even though the concept, everyone really liked the concept, but if I zoom out like that, see, the branches pretty quickly become a mess. You do not really see what's going on top of here. These thin lines did not work as well as I wanted to. So I decided to create a new version, which ended up to be this one, with just this more of abstract leaves, which was interesting to see how that works out. Oh, just thanks that it's working. Oh, great. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks for feedback. Okay, going back. Oh, did I change? Yes, I changed it. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Going back to the story, I ended up redoing the concept, and I created these more bold leaves and circles on top of the pencil shape. And I then, from the feedback, what I've gotten is that these fonts were more of a corporate combination, and that this more of a handwritten fonts for my name would be better idea. So okay, let me go to the actual file that I used to create versions of my logo. So you can see it's a pretty much a mess over here, but this is how I was working on the logo, so I just decided to share with you guys. And I really like this version too. It's kind of a gentle version, but on a smaller scale, it wasn't working as well as I wanted it to, and the details were losing kind of very quickly, are lost. So I played around with made the sticker lines, but that didn't work either as well as I wanted to. And then in the end, I tried a few different things, and I got some feedback. This is what my friend, designer friend Nastya, helped me figure out a little bit with this one. So the logo stayed the same, and then I played with different fonts to try and figure out the actual font for my logo, and then later I found this font, which was, let me see, what was it? It was Dancing Script. I really liked it. It was kind of very playful font. And then I ended up creating this version of my logo, which ended up to be, if you put it stacked on top of each other, this is what it ended up to be. So this is kind of the process and the messy file that I used to create my logo over here. All right, let's see. Okay, so and then this is a little bit of a backstory, and let me show you how it looks on the actual website. Okay, guys, let me see. Let me see. Application window. Okay, let me show you my website. It's a little bit messy from one place. Well, not the website, but the live stream, since I'm figuring out how to show you guys everything. So this is my new website. I will talk about how I was working on it, how I made it in another video, but this is the logo that I incorporated over here, and it kind of scales in and out as I scroll. That was kind of interesting about it, about this WordPress theme. This is a WordPress website, by the way. Okay, so this is what I've been wanted to show you how I implemented it over here. But going back to Adobe Illustrator, I want to show you guys a few tips. Oh, let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, back to Adobe Illustrator. I want to show you guys a few tips. Why are some of the reasoning behind the logo? And people have been asking me about different types of logos, and then I saw a few people designing their own logos, so I wanted to share a few tips and advice about that. Okay, so why is in the logo you do not want to include a pattern? Because oftentimes new textile designers, they start to think, okay, I design patterns, I want to show that I design patterns, so let me just design a pattern and put it into my logo icon or somehow into my logo. This will not be a very good idea, because you will use your logo in many ways, and not only just like this on a white, on the white background or black solid background. You will use it on multiple things. Most of them will be your patterns, your artwork. And if you want to put it on your artwork, if you have already a pattern, which especially in the beginning, you will have some first, second pattern that you're excited about. But to be honest, these patterns, you will look back pretty soon, and you will see the improvement that you made, and then you will have to redo all your logo, which is fine. I'm redoing it right now. But just by learning from my experience, I can tell you guys that you do not need to use pattern specifically in your logo. I used pattern like kind of a shape over here, but I will show you what I mean in a moment. Sometimes you can just use, for example, this part, and this can be your logo already. And I'm sure in some instances I will use only this piece over here without my icon, because in some applications this would be already enough to brand my business and to show who made some particular artwork. So would be also a version of my logo. And in some cases I will only use this icon for my branding. So it really depends which particular application you want to use it for, but you will have to design it with the versatility in mind, and then it's going to be viewed at a larger scale and a smaller scale on different types of applications online and in printed form during the life of your business. Okay, so I will show you what I mean over here. So this is the pattern. Let me see. Okay, so this is the pattern that I just recently made using my sunglasses, kind of a colorful sunglasses or glasses pattern. And I wanted to show you guys that I created a version of my logo to put in the corner over here to watermark my pattern. And don't I use just the watermark right here, ginormous watermark in the middle? Because you can see that it distracts from the pattern. In this particular case, it might be okay-ish, but generally, I personally, I like to see actually big chunk of pattern unobstructed. And if this square is already here, it's already, you cannot use it for produce anything. So basically, this logo over here will stay in the corner, and you can still see most of the pattern, how it looks and how it repeats. Okay, so this is another version, and I can point, but just to show you a different type. This is from the same series. I did sunglasses on a pineapple series, so this was a kind of a matching one collection of patterns recently. And I did a little bit of a different version for a logo for watermark here. And this would be the patterns that I would post on social media, or in particular on Instagram or on Pinterest or on Facebook. So basically, you always want to conclude something so that people know who created this particular artwork. At least this is my philosophy about it, so people can find you if they like the work that you've been doing and they see it somewhere on social media. And I can show you that I created a version of my pattern which has, instead of Textile Design Studio, I put it at the oksancia.com, my website over here, because I feel like it's the Textile Design Studio was getting too small, and this way it's much easier because people can directly find my website by looking at this artwork over here. And yeah, so this would be basically another version that I would create to watermark my patterns. And the big ginormous watermark over here, which you often sometimes see on microstock websites, it's fine, but generally for your own representing yourself on social media or online, you want something more, I would prefer something more kind of interesting, and that you can actually read it, and it does not abstract as much from the enjoyment of the pattern. Okay, so looking back, how else I used my pattern, my new logo, is that I created, okay, let me switch to another screen for you guys, to my website. Okay, so I used my logo another way, and I created a new cover for my ebook that I have for a free ebook for designers. And this is another application that I used my logo on top of my free ebook that I redesigned and added another bonus tip in there to help people grow their vector pattern portfolio super fast. I'm super excited about this because it's my system that I've been using for many years, and I'm so happy to share it with you guys. So if you want a copy, please hop on over my website oksancia.com. There's a link below, and please sign up to my email newsletter, and you will receive a copy of my ebook in your email inbox very soon. Yeah, and I also gathered some resources for you guys over here. So it's still a work in progress, so I'm working on this one this week and previous week. But this is basically a few things that I wanted to share about my logo, that I hope will be helpful for you guys. Okay, let me switch back to myself. Let me see. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can see me. All right. Okay, I think you you can see me right now. I'm hoping it will work. Okay, I'll go back to see what's going on in the chat room, and is there any questions? Okay, guys. Well, thank you once so much for watching. It's been really challenging process for me to redesign my website. The logo part was not as I had already experienced with logo, but I didn't really have experience with website design. So that was very challenging, and I got very tired pretty fast from it. And I realized that I have to work kind of slower and not push myself so hard every day that I've been doing during the last 2 weeks, because I really set myself a goal that I need to do it within 2 weeks. And it was basically no website experience and logo, and the whole concept had to be redone. So yeah, that was a little bit too much for me. That's why I've I kind of burned out a little bit. But having some taken a few, maybe Thursday and Friday last week, that I worked only part of the day and then I could rest a little bit more, then it helped me. And then I am back, and I'm excited to share with you guys what I learned from this experience. And I'm hoping it will give you some ideas for your own branding. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, Jess is here. Thank you. And please do some more Illustrator tips videos. All right. Okay, Jess, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for your feedback and comments. Yes, I will do more Illustrator tips videos very soon. I have a few in a line for you guys. I'm hoping to go back to a more usual 2 videos per week schedule. So yeah, I am pleased if you are interested in some more specific tips from about Illustrator or textile design or pattern design or microstock or freelancing in textile design. Please leave them in the comments below. I would be really excited and happy to answer any questions you have. I am catching up on my emails and on my comments this week. So I'm hoping to be all caught up in tomorrow, probably, or on Wednesday, and you will get your answers pretty soon. Thank you once again for being here, and I'm hoping that you will have a great, creative, and productive week. Then you will also do something for your business that's moving it ahead and growing your creative life and creative experiences. Okay, guys, thank you once again for being here. Let me just check some comments if I have any over here. I don't think I have any more. Thank you so much, Jess Gulati, for being here. I appreciate you for joining me on this live stream and for your comments. And okay, you guys, I will be back hopefully pretty soon with more videos, and grow, love, and create. Bye.